Welcome to the Refine and Shine, the podcast dedicated to mastering the art of continuous improvement and optimizing every aspect of your life. I'm Angelina Rivera, your host, and together we'll uncover the secrets to refining our lives, our habits, and our processes to unlock our inner brilliance. Join us on Refine and Shine, where we'll delve deep into achieving more in life without the burnout and without all the stress. This podcast is your platform for a more fulfilling life through continuous improvement and personal growth. In each episode, I and a diverse array of guests discuss practical strategies for up-leveling every aspect of your life. From developing good habits and organizing your space to refining your mindset and personal goals, we're going to explore it all. Our guests share personal stories about the systems they've developed or systems they've used and the tweaks they've made in their lives when refinement was needed, allowing them to truly shine. Listen to Refine and Shine to learn how you can implement continuous improvement techniques in your daily routine, develop and maintain healthy habits that lead to success and satisfaction, organize your life to reduce the stress and increase your productivity, foster a growth mindset that propels you to new heights. My mission is to inspire you to take bold action, make positive changes, and become the best version of yourself. Whether you're aiming to elevate your career, nurture meaningful relationships, or enhance your overall well-being, Refine and Shine is your guiding light. With over 25 years of experience in continuous improvement, I help businesses streamline their processes, establish efficient work areas, and implement standard work protocols. I have trained over 600 individuals and teams in process improvement, optimizing workflows, and enhancing overall operational efficiency. Tune in every week as we embark on an enlightening journey, exploring paths to refinement and illuminating the way to shine in every area of our lives. Subscribe now and join us on this journey to polish your life and let your best self shine through. Thank you for joining us on Refine and Shine. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Refine and Shine podcast. I'm your host, Angelina Rivera, and today I'm bringing you a quick but powerful solo cast from the heart. No guests, no filters, just real talk about life. Let's first talk about life isn't a straight line. Let's just start with this life. Life. It's not a straight line. Life is like a heartbeat, full of highs and lows, moments that take our breath away and moments that knock the wind out of us. And in all of that, we're learning, we're growing, and we're refining ourselves. That's the essence of the Refine and Shine podcast. How can we take the hard parts of life and allow them to shape us so we can shine through them, not in spite of them? So I'm going to talk to you about a few lessons and just share with you the things that I just been thinking about. And I've been going through like kind of I would say a setback in life, not that, just kind of like a pause and just reflecting in general and just reflecting on what am I spending my focus on? What am I spending my time on? What truly matters and all the things. And I was just like, I just need a pause and just reflect. And so that's kind of how this podcast came about, this particular episode. So the first lesson I want to talk to you about is lesson 1, don't ignore the pain. So over the past couple of months, I've been struggling through it and I've been going through it. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, it's been a ride. And I've had back pain for years, like my whole life has been back pain. But lately it hit a whole new level where it wasn't just my upper back that was hurting, my lower back hurt, where it was just, I couldn't even walk. It was so bad. And so I started physical therapy for my lower back. And during the part of the physical therapy, during some of the exercises, I noticed that my knee was starting to hurt, my left knee, and it was really acting up. And so I went to the doctor and I was like, hey, the lower back, the physical therapy is going a little bit better, but my knee starting to hurt, and it's just a weird throbbing pain, like I can't put pressure on it and things like that. So she's like, okay, well, we'll get an x-ray of your knee. And she's like, and your neck's always swollen all the time, so let's go ahead and get an x-ray from your neck. And I'm like, okay, well, my neck's been like in pain almost my entire life, it seems like. But I know back in around 2001, 2002, I was diagnosed with arthritis, the starting stages of arthritis in my neck. And, I've been going to the doctor here and there, but everybody's just like, well, it just happens. It just happens. It just happens. Never did I ever see an orthopedic or anything like that who specializes in issues like that I'm dealing with my neck. So I go and get the appointment, get the referral to the orthopedic, go see the orthopedic, going and, doing all the stuff for my knee, ready to talk to him about my knee. And he walks in, asks me questions, and he's like, well, I understand that you have knee pain and it doesn't look like it's your ACL, so it's probably your MCL. But I really think we need to talk about your neck. And I'm like, well, yeah, the doctor just says like the arthritis has gotten worse, but it's not that bad. He goes, let's look at the x-rays. And he did a comparison of what my neck looked like in 2008, which was pretty much probably the last time that I had seen somebody on my neck. And they were just like, we need to fuse your neck, or basically we're going to give you meds for your life just to deal with the pain, to help you with the inflammation and all the things. And it was like all kinds of meds. I'm like, I'm not going to take all these meds. And we're going to give you Motrin and all the things just to help with the inflammation. But physical therapy I did for a little bit too, and but just nothing really got better. And I decided not to do the fusing of the neck because back then it was like the risks were really, really high. And they also made it seem like it wasn't that big of a deal. So I go see this doctor, and he's like, yeah, we're not going to talk about the knee, we're going to talk about the neck. Not only does he tell me in 2008 that flags should have been like heavily raised, but then to present what it looks like my like the parts of your x-ray where it has the white on it, the white part of the image, that's like your bone, right? Would you like to look at a part of your x-rays and to see that a lot of your bone's gone, like a lot of your bone has been disappearing or degenerating away? Pretty scary. And so that's really going to be something I'm gonna have to deal with. And it has really just, when I looked at the comparison of the x-rays and what it looks like today, the x-rays have stopped me in my tracks. What was once manageable arthritis has now become major degeneration. And I've lived with this pain for, like, I can particularly remember in 2002, after I had lost our child, which I talked about in the first full episode of the podcast, that I had, I went to the doctor. Went to finally got the MRI done, and they were like, yeah, your neck's bad. But it's been since that long that somebody really, that I know that I've not had this neck pain. It's been a long time. And like I said, it's become my normal. But let me tell you here, normal doesn't mean healthy. So here's the first lesson. Don't ignore the pain just because you've learned how to live with it. Whether it's emotional or physical, pain is a teacher, but only if we're willing to listen. So I wanted to share this Bible verse with you. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. And that comes from Psalm 147:3. God wants to heal us, but we got to bring the pain to him first. We can't heal what we won't face. So that's lesson 1. Lesson 2, be prepared for the unexpected. So I'm just going to keep it real. I might not even have a job in a few months. The full-time job I took, that I took a few in 2023, 2023. For those of you who've been watching me and hearing me talk, sharing my journey. So the full-time job that I took a chance on is now at risk. And yes, I've had many people say, you shouldn't have left your old job. I hear that a lot. You shouldn't have left your old job. But here's the deal. If I hadn't taken that leap, I would have never grown the way I have. I would have missed out on amazing people, new experiences, new opportunities, and the lessons that only risk can teach you. So another Bible verse. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord, your God, will be with you wherever you go. And that comes from Joshua 1:9. You see, We are not promised certainty, but we are promised his presence. So even when life throws the unexpected at us, we can walk boldly knowing we're not walking alone. And honestly, I'd rather take the chance and grow than stay stuck in what's safe, but slowly draining my joy. We were meant to create and we were meant for a purpose. And during this time of being in this new job, I got experience of lots of change and lots of growth and lots of creation. I created my coaching programs. I've created this podcast has come from having the time to create. And even though traveling and all the things that had taken such a toll on my body, or let's say expanded the toll that I had already been dealing with, the job was a great opportunity. It was a great opportunity. And no matter what, we can't always say, well, what ifs are gone. Like you gotta just look forward. Like I can't live in the past or the decisions I've made in the past. I can't do any of that. What I can do is be prepared for the unexpected. We are not guaranteed tomorrow. We are not guaranteed another day. We just that is reality. And so, yes, I am scared. Let's be honest. I am a human person. I am scared because I am the provider for our family. I am scared. But I also know that through everything, I have been through so much worse. And I know that God has carried me through it. And maybe things don't look like the way that I thought they were going to look like, but that's okay. That's life. Am I growing? Am I creating? Yes. In fact, I recently just went to an event that I got to attend. It was an invite event only. And oh my God, the people, the connections that I made were so incredible. And if as long as I keep investing in not going out there and connecting with people, the opportunities will come, and I just got to be ready for them. I got to be ready for the things, the people, the relationships, all the things. So that's lesson 2. Be prepared for the unexpected. Lesson 3. Rest is part of the work. So if you followed me for a while, you may have noticed I've been quiet lately. I haven't been doing as many reels or posts if you follow me on social media. I've just been resting. In fact, I'm even releasing this podcast a day later than it should be because I just felt like I needed to rest. Rest is okay. And I've also been reflecting and just being. And I don't say that lightly. I've always been the go, go kind of person. But lately, God has reminded me that rest is holy. So here's another Bible verse for you. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened. I will give you rest. And that is Matthew 11:28. So it's very important to say this. Rest isn't laziness. It's obedience. It's trust. It's saying, God, I know you've got this, so I don't have to grind myself into the ground. Because like I said, going all the way back up to what I first talked about, I have been in so much pain. And when I have been intentionally resting and just like focusing on just being at peace and just being comfortable and not trying to take on things and do this and do that and do all the other things and just resting, it's meant so much to me. In fact, I have another surgery coming up soon, and it's not related to my neck or my back, but it's still pretty serious surgery. Something that's been a result of something, my last surgery that I had in November of 2022. And so with that, I just know in this season that I'm choosing peace. I'm slowing down. I'm walking more, um, and enjoying the spring, watching the flowers bloom, and just allowing myself to breathe. So here's a third lesson. Give yourself permission to rest. You're not a machine and you're not behind. Resting is doing something, it's healing. So just wanted to remind you of those things or those lessons. I wanted to tell you those lessons. Let me say them one more time for you. Lesson 1, don't ignore the pain. Lesson 2, be prepared for the unexpected. And lesson 3, rest is part of the work. So I just wanted to tie all this in with my shine principles as a reminder. So as we close, I want to take you back to the heart of the podcast, my shine principles. S, show up. Show up for you, even when it's hard, even when you feel off, even if it's just brushing your teeth and putting on clean clothes. Show up for you every single day. H, have good habits. Move your body, eat whole foods, go to bed at a decent time, read something inspiring, protect your peace. Stay off social media so much. If it's draining you, or if there's relationships that are draining you and all the things, get those boundaries. Like, have those good habits. I isn't be intentional. Be present in your moments. Be mindful of your energy, and what you do with intention will grow. So if you're intentionally working on something and you're just intense and you're not trying to take on 1,000 other things, and you're just intentionally present and focused, you will grow. And N, never give up. It's okay to rest, but don't quit. Your next breakthrough could be one day away. So, and I love this from Galatians 6:9. Let's not become weary in doing good, but for at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. And then E, every day, celebrate a win. Celebrate your wins. Don't wait for the big breakthrough. Celebrate the small wins. You made the bed today. You brushed your teeth. You walked outside. The deep breaths that you're taking, like just deep breathing and all the things, like celebrate those. Celebrate now. Because remember, this is a day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. And that comes from Psalms 118:24. So here's my final thoughts for you. So, listeners, wherever you're at, maybe you're in a season of uncertainty, or maybe you're carrying a pain you've just learned to live with. Know this: you are not alone. Life's not meant to be perfect. It's meant to be lived, refined, and shine through. And so I just wanted to make sure you knew that. And, I got a lot more episodes coming, more stories. But I just felt like today the message needed to be shared. I just felt it heavy in my heart. Take care of you. Take the leap. Take the rest. So remember, I'm cheering for you always. And until next time, keep shining. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Refine and Shine. We hope you find valuable insights and inspiration to fuel your journey of continuous improvement. Remember, the key to success lies in refining your processes and letting your inner brilliance shine. If you've enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your feedback is greatly appreciated and helps us reach more listeners like you who are eager to refine and shine in all areas of life. Stay connected with us on social media for updates and additional resources and behind-the-scenes content. We love hearing from our listeners, so feel free to reach out with any suggestions, questions, or success stories you'd like to share. As we wrap up, remember that the power to transform your life lies within you. Keep striving for growth, embracing change, and seeking opportunities to refine your skills. Together, let's continue to shine bright and make a positive impact in the world. Until next time, keep refining and keep shining.